So it looks like I really did start a fire in the community. I started a big fuss in the community and everything. It's actually kind of crazy. So what's up, guys? It's your boy Amapure here, bringing you another video today. And yeah, man, we're here. And the newest video that I actually posted talking about, well, this is bad, with the Grand Summoners Global possibly crossover announcement thing. It's getting a lot of traction from what it seems like. It seems like a lot of people in the global community is talking about it. A lot of people are mad. A lot of people understand the veterans' point of views or my point of views, and you know, we all kind of share a similar thing where everybody in the community is talking, but everybody's talking in the sense that we all want the game to be better. And that's what I wanted to get from that video, more so. Now, some people are just straight up like hating on it and just saying like, you know, this is all wrong and all that, and it's not wrong, especially if you've been paying attention to the game. And the only way I can see that you say it's wrong is if you just start playing the game. But I want to take this time to say that, you know, I didn't mean for that video to offend anybody or anything like that. I don't think it did. But still, I just wanted to say that I didn't mean for it to offend anyone or anything. And I'm actually super hyped and super excited that everyone's talking about this, because maybe, you know, they'll actually do something. So I just want to talk about more so, because I didn't list like the problems why I kind of am in the situation with GS right now, and a lot of veteran players are. I talk to a lot of veteran players on a daily basis, guys. I really do. And it's pretty much we all kind of share the same ideas and the same thing that we've been saying. So to give you guys an idea, because I know a lot of the newer players, you guys may not understand completely why we are upset, and I'm going to tell you why. So pretty much, let's go back to the 1 year anniversary. The 1 year anniversary was amazing. It gave out a ton of stuff. And one of the greatest things from the 1 year anniversary was this roadmap that they made. This roadmap actually displayed content and banners and all this other stuff that we were going to be getting, and everyone could play in it. Whether you were old, new, intermediate, anything, you could play in this new content and have fun with it. I mean, yeah, you may not do the best, especially in the raids, because that's when the raids came out. You may not be like the best raider, but still, you would have fun. You would play it, and you could get the rewards from it, and all of that. And it was really nice. But then, everything changed, I guess, once the Fire Nation attacked. But literally, what happened was that we came off of Freed and, it was Freed and Sunny. Those were the main two units in the game. Monolight was pretty much like one of the best teams in the game at this point. And we all thought they was going to be smooth sailing from there. Then the Blood Knights came, which a lot of people had an uproar about it, and I tried to calm everyone down. And say that it wasn't that big of a deal, that the Blood Knights were coming early. Yes, I know people were mad and upset because there was stuff that they're probably going to skip over a lot of stuff and all that stuff, but it's fine. And I said it's fine as long as they give us the content that we will be speeding through the Blood Knights. You know what I mean? Like every content that's on JP, this like event-wise, I hope that we get. And what happened was we didn't get that. So with the Deaz summon banner was actually like, I think the first one that started this was his banner came out alongside, who did he come out with? I can't actually remember who he came out with. But Deaz came out, and we were supposed to get Deaz's event. And I think we got a rerun event in Malia's event, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. So it was like, what the heck? And then they kind of kept following this pattern for about all the way up until this point, where we're still missing events and everything. We're also still missing a lot of content, not only just events, also the mono floors. You know, we should already have, I would say, at least mono floor 10, because I think that's the highest that JP goes up to, and I feel like Global should already have that. Like, we have pretty much all the units that could beat that, but we don't have it. Same thing with the, you know, water mono, fire mono, and earth mono. We don't have their floor 10s. And it's actually kind of surprising, because I think whenever Norn released on JP, they already had floor 10 stuff for all the floors already, if I'm not mistaken. And instead, we just get that, oh, new dungeon and trial, or not dungeon trials, but new floor 7. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we get. But floor 7 isn't new. Floor 7 is old. We've had floor 7 for a while, pretty much for like a year at this point. And that's another reason why a lot of people are upset and mad about that, especially the veterans. And yeah, and that's pretty much what it's kind of going on to right now. Also, let's not even talk about, you know, the Crest Palaces we're missing, the Mines releases that we were supposed to be getting in 2019. It's been a meme in my Discord for a long time that Mines are going to release on December 31st of 2019 and stuff like that. And you know, it just kind of goes on like that we are having a lot of stuff that we're missing, including, you know, raids are way too scarce. We should definitely be having a raid at least like once every month or once every 2 months, and we don't get that. And I'm actually so surprised, because like raids are one of like the funnest things in Grand Summoners, because everybody can do them, right? Everybody can do them. Yeah, you may not be the best at said raid, but you can do it. You know what I mean? You can do it. You may not have like the best units for the raid, but anybody can jump in and do it, as long as it's not like a Malice raid, right? Which we'll get those who knows when. And overall though, the whole point is that if you're a new player, the content for you currently is amazing, right? You probably have a lot of stuff to do. You have a lot of stuff to farm, giant bosses, you have crests that you can get, you have events that you can farm, you have luck units to farm, you have all this stuff to do. And it's at an all-time high, definitely, from the new player standpoint, content-wise. But for veteran players, we're at an all-time low. Definitely in the global side of the game, not in JP. JP's fine, and I don't like whenever people compare it to OP, but we'll get what JP gets and all this stuff. Well, I mean, yeah, eventually, but the problem is that they're doing it at such a slow rate, and it's not like about polish or anything, because some people even brought up like OP, maybe they're polishing out these events and these units. It has nothing to do with that, because the game still releases with new updates that has bugs in them. It still releases with glitches and everything that comes out. So it's not about polish or anything like that. And I definitely feel like that Yama P knows this as well. He knows that, you know, global isn't, the veteran players aren't doing that hot. And I think he knows that. And I think he wants to work on both games as much as possible. But I think there's implications, maybe, you know, companies or whatever, or whoever's over the head or whatever of global and all that stuff is getting in the way or something like that. I'm not for sure. And it definitely sucks. It really sucks, because I don't blame anyone for this at all. But it definitely sucks, because another thing is too that a lot of the veteran players hate too, which it's cool, but it's not the reason why we play GS, is the crossovers. The crossovers are so frequent now. And it's actually kind of surprising to me that it's like that, because GS has such a dope story, especially with their like the background of the units. Like from the not the Reyes, but the Dark Zorg story alone, we came up with like 3 unit ideas, technically 4, I think. We came up with a light version of Xenon, because Xenon used to always not be Xenon before he wielded Feode. Zorg, we came up with, he could be a dual wielder that wield Dark Zex and Rude Magus at the same time. And then we also had another one where Reyes wields Rude Magus, and it's a new hero festival, and Reyes is the new unit, and he is actually like, it's a good Reyes. Like, it's like an Awoken Rain from FFBE, but it's Reyes instead, you know what I mean? And it would be fucking insane if that was a thing. And also we came up with the idea of dual units, that maybe Dark Zorg and Reyes wielding Rude Magus would be able to fight together, like as a dual unit in one. And that just sounds cool to me. And it really sucks, because there's all those ideas and all those units sound cool as hell, and we just get crossover after crossover. And I definitely think that GS isn't expanding on their ideas for what these units could be and what units we could get in the future. And I don't think, like, you know, that's really a thing. And I definitely know it has story implications and all that, where, you know, Zorg pretty much said that he's not giving up Rude Magus in the event until he dies. So that's foreshadowing that Zorg is gonna die sometimes in the actual story. And then, you know, Reyes is gonna take up Rude Magus, and then that's probably when we'll get that unit or whatever. And let's not even talk about the story, right? We have chapter 8 right now, I think is what we're on. We're missing, I think JP's on chapter 14. So there's that. And there's a lot of stuff like that we definitely need. And a lot of that stuff that I said would benefit both parties. And that's the main thing that I'm going for here, is whenever I make these videos and get these discussions going, is that I want both parties to win. I just don't want only veteran players to win. I want both parties to win. I want the new players and the vet/intermediate players to win. I want everybody to be able to play the game and have something to do in the game. And the thing was too, I knew this was going to happen. Like, I've been saying this for months, right? With the content droughts and everything. And pretty much now, the way how they solve content droughts, or a band-aid for it, from what it seems like, is just to release a crossover. And yeah, crossovers are nice, but it's not what we really need in GS. What we need in GS is, you know, content, because you guys release all these hard units, all these like broken units, and the only thing we can do is steamroll Crest Palaces, and there's nothing else for us to do. Which the mines would fix that a little bit, but then we have the other problem of, you know, we need new giant bosses, we need new raids, right? We need new events, or we need the old events that we missed, like the Deus event and stuff. And we need all this stuff coming, and we're not really getting it. So yeah, we're also missing Awakenings too, like the Czar Awakening and all that. I think they actually skipped Czar's Awakening on Global, and I hope that he actually gets it because he's a really cool unit. But still, the point is, you know, we're missing a lot of stuff, and that's the main reason why I made that video, was because that's what I kind of course I didn't say it, but that's kind of what I was wanting to say. Those are the problems that I have, along with multiple other veteran players have, in the current state of Global. And it really sucks. It really does. Because, of course, a lot of people think that I want GS to die or something, and it's not that. GS is my baby, literally. I love GS. It's one of my favorite gacha games, and it really sucks to see it just going down the drain like this for the vets, and a lot of the vets are leaving, and it makes me very upset, because the veteran players are such a cool part of this community, and even the new players that come in, you know, is such a cool part of the community, and a lot of them are just leaving and just stop playing the game, or going to other games, or waiting for other games to come out, like Sinnoh Alice and stuff like that, or they're waiting on Last Claudia Global and stuff like this. And it's actually really sad to me to see that Grand Summoners Global is kind of doing this to the vets, and that's the main point of this video. I'm actually going to come back to this video in about a few days, and I'm going to get everybody in the Grand Council, all the veteran players in the Grand Council, and we're all going to talk about this. We're going to have like a little bit of a podcast, I guess you could say, and talk about our solutions and what we think Good Smile or Next Ninja should do, and see if that happens. Now, of course, you know, all those things aren't going to come around, and I humbly believe that none of us believe that we are 100% right whenever we come to game design, but we definitely feel like that we have a lot of good ideas that we want to share, and we want to get that out there, and maybe, you know, change some stuff up, or get some more stuff going for GS, because it's not looking too hot right now. It really isn't. So that's the video for you guys. Thank you all for coming out, man. Thank you all for listening to me, and we'll be back in a few days with everybody talking about what to do for Grand Summoners. And yeah, part of that, guys, thank you all for coming out, man. It's been your boy OP. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out, guys. Peace.